And we are back with the White Tie Rock Ensemble. So Mark and Jonathan, you each have lovely ladies to your side. I know that they're both in the band, but they're also your respective wives. Can you introduce them to us?
Here I have Miss Virginia Clark.
And this is Mrs. Laura Ellis, and she plays violin.
And Virginia plays the cello with a tied-up quartet.
So you guys have a full string section with the band, and we talked about that a little bit earlier, and you ladies play in the string section. How cool and different and exciting is it for you guys to be able to be out there with, I mean, essentially a full rock band, but you guys are playing more symphonic parts, correct?
Right. That is correct. And, you know, we grew up playing in orchestras our whole lives, so it's a lot of fun to be able to do something that's actually rock and roll. You know, you grew up playing Vivaldi and Beethoven, and so being able to rock out some Led Zeppelin is kind of a dream come true, I think, for both of us.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, it's literally a dream that I didn't know that I had, and I'm so happy to be doing what I'm doing.
And you guys just had Mark, you guys just had a baby. I think I heard it in the background, eh?
Yeah, she's coming. That's our 19-month-old. That's May. So yeah,
she's certainly welcome to join in if need be, if it keeps her happy and
well, thanks.
And I would think that songs like Kashmir that have phenomenal string section, you know, would be just an incredible experience.
Absolutely. You know, when we're all music educators, first and foremost, that's our day job. We spend our day teaching kids. So I would have these opportunities. Laura was actually one of my students for a long time. So I had the opportunity to work with her for years and years. And one of the things we do, I'd be like, okay, guys, we're going to play this song called Kashmir. We're going to play 8 measures of it, and it's going to really rock. So then having the opportunity to do it with a rock band, who knew that was even an option for us?
Now, how did the idea come about to have local kids and symphony musicians play in the band? And has that become a much bigger part, you know, to this thing than you guys originally anticipated?
Well, you know, that's another thing. I mean, White Tie, like I said, we were talking with Jerry about doing a police band at one point. And then I started a private orchestra, you know, with Virginia and I back in 2012. And really, we put together the White Tie Band to play Dark Side of the Moon with the Echo Orchestra. We call it the Echo Rockestra, which is sort of a Paul McCartney throwback there. But the Echo Rockestra, and then with the White Tie Rock Ensemble. And then, you know, it's great, and it's so fun. It's just putting 50 people on stage is difficult, you know, and moving that around and scheduling all of that. So then we got to the point like, well, we still want to keep the string aspect of it. You know, let's do a quartet. And then we started the Tied Up Quartet, which now, you know, consists of Virginia Clark, Laura Ellis, Maria Roshan, and Christina Aldehondo. So, you know, that makes it a lot easier for us to kind of travel around and play these awesome music and still keep the classical vibe going.
Let's talk about the upcoming show. You know, it's no secret that the music industry, the local music industries around the country have been just impacted so harshly by COVID-19, between closings of venues and or limits on how many people can be at a venue. It's really decimated the local music scene in almost every city, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's what I do for my day job is production. You know, I work for All Pro, which is a national company, and we are seeing production companies that have been, you know, 50, 60-year-old companies that are just decimated and closing their doors. Not to mention the local aspect of it where, you know, you have local venues like Vinyl. I mean, you don't think about the bartender at Vinyl, but they're not working either. You know, so it goes so deep from lighting guys to production guys to, you know, even security guards. It just goes down the line. So the entertainment industry, the music industry in itself has truly been decimated.
I'm thankful that I'm teaching during the day, and, you know, we're back in school now. So hopefully things will get back to some sort of normal and we can start rocking out again. And I mean, October 3rd is sort of a good start to that, I think.
Well, and what's special about this show is the safety factor. You guys, we talked earlier, you guys started at high schools, then I know you guys played at the Rex for a little bit, and then you were playing to sold-out crowds at the Sanger. And so this show, though, is an outdoor show, a stadium show at Blue Wahoo Stadium, correct?
Yeah,
Right.
October 3rd, and I'll let Mark talk about he's always loved baseball. We'll be in rehearsals and Mark's watching the A's play on his phone, while we're practicing. But, for us to get back at it and just get in front of so many people have said, thank you so much. We really needed this. Mm-hmm. We can't wait to see you. They just want to get out, be around some people, stay safe, and rock out. So hopefully if we can provide that on October 3rd, at the Pensacola Blue Wahoo Stadium, then we'll have done at least our duty for now. So.
And what is the theme for that night?
I guess you would just say, a greatest hits show. Folks will recognize every single song and be able to sing along with almost every single song. And so during this, as things start to loosen up a little bit, of course, we want to be responsible and everything's marked off and cordoned off to where people can be socially distant. What we really want to do is give something to the community. People are really going nuts staying inside and they need to get out and do something. And so we work really hard with the Wahoos and they've done a phenomenal job to be able to put this thing on and have it properly distanced so that people can confidently go into the stadium, have a nice night with their family and not worried about getting sick.
Mm-hmm. And one good thing about your shows is they are, for the most part, family-friendly shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, especially since we started with kids on stage.
Mm-hmm.
We had, 8th graders playing on us these first shows. And I told them, I said, look, it is Dark Side of the Moon. I said, we might do some We Don't Need No Education in the first half. And, if Mr. Clark seems like he's all depressed and sad, it's all just a show. So we warned them and, we try to say PG-13 at the worst, but this Wahoo show is going to be 8 to 80. You can come out and jam out,
Mm-hmm.
For 2 hours and lose yourself under the beautiful stars of, Pensacola. So.
Well, and as I mentioned before, I've seen a bunch of shows. I've seen B.B. King probably 10 times. And every single time I saw B.B. King, he would say, hey, I want you to know this is a family-friendly show, and I'm never going to say anything from the stage that's going to offend and insult your family. And I've always taken that to heart when we go out and play our shows.
We're a family band. So we all have kids. We all want our kids to come see us and be comfortable and bring their friends. So it's really important to us to make sure that everybody feels comfortable watching our shows.
Mark, I got a question. Are you always barefooted in every show?
I'm not wearing shoes right now.
Okay, but I think no, because I've seen shows and I don't think I've ever seen you wear shoes on stage. Where does that come from? Why?
A long time ago. Remember the old Sunray Taco Shop out on the beach?
Okay.
On the boardwalk.
Well, I mean, even before that, the one further down.
Oh, yeah.
I was probably 15 years old, playing a show at the beach, and it was sweltering. And I was wearing socks and shoes, and I was about to die. And so at break, I just happened to take off as much as I could take off to stay, cool, and went back on stage and had an aha moment. And from that moment on, I cannot sing with shoes on. Shoes just constrict everything. And so if I'm going to hit something, hit a high note, I better be barefoot. And my feet suffer for it. I will, every night there's something, I pick something up,
Well, it was either shoes or pants. And, back to the family-friendly thing, we told him he had to wear pants so he could take the shoes off.
I'm trying to go out without a shirt on and just the tie soon. So.
No, family band.
That would be for the Led Zeppelin show.
Right.
So we're going to have you guys close. Normally, my son closes out the show. We're going to have you guys close out the show with something you guys have previously done, so people who haven't seen you before can actually see what you guys do. So what are you guys closing out the show with?
All right, this is going to be from Styx, another great band I think we're set up to do very well. I love playing Styx like the Eagles do. But this is Styx, and this is a song called Renegade from February of this year. So our last show we played before COVID hit.
So we are going to go to break, and then we come back. It'll be the White Tie Rock Ensemble playing Renegade by Styx. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.